About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
What's up, guys? Alex and I are in Salt Lake City, Utah. Got a few things I want to talk to you guys about. One of those things is pricing your product. The other one of those things is using every page on your website for a specific reason. And I think there was a third thing, but I can't remember what it was. I kind of made some notes. Let's see if I can remember. Yeah, that's kind of it. Like, you know, pricing your product right. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But like, every product page, or I'm sorry, not every product page, but every page on your website needs to have a purpose. So your home page is to direct people and get them to a product page. Your product page is to get people to add to cart and get to the checkout page. Checkout page is to get them to spend money. So if you kind of keep that in mind, you know, what do you have in place on those pages that are going to help facilitate that? Let me set you guys up here for a second. Stand by. What do you have going on those pages that are going to help facilitate? Oh, this is super bright. Sorry. Hold on. That are going to help facilitate each one of those things on those pages. So again, your home page, you want to make sure that you've got a very clear call to action that's going to get people to a category page or to a product page. Do you have you know, your best-selling products on your home page, things like that? You want to get people to your product page, and maybe you need to educate them a little bit on the way, depending on the kind of product you have. Your product page needs to do a really good job of selling the product. It needs to educate your customer on what it is they're buying. Does it answer all their questions? Does it inform them of what it is? Does it spell out all your user benefits? Do you offer free shipping? Are you showing enough incentive on the product page to get them to add it to cart? What you're trying to get them to do is add it to cart. Once you get them to add it to cart, what do you have going on in your shopping cart that's going to incentivize them to actually check out, make a purchase? Sorry if I sound funny while I'm talking. I had a tooth pulled out the other day, and I'm wearing a clear retainer that has like a fake tooth in it. Anyways, so if I sound funny, that's why. But your checkout page is to get them to complete the checkout. So, you know, what do you have going on there? What's the language? Is it, you know, giving them enough trust and faith that you have a secure website, that your website's not hacked? Does it look sketchy? Does it look professional? You know, a lot of those kinds of things are things that you want to be thinking about. But each page on your site has a purpose. And once again, I'll tell you, home page needs to get people to a product page needs to get people to the shopping cart needs to get people to actually purchase. Keep that in mind, and that will help you tremendously. Tomorrow, we're gonna go hang out with the Man Spot. You guys are familiar with him. You've seen him in past episodes. He's quite the character. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe so you see when that video comes out, because you know there will be a video about that. I'm also getting ready to launch another vlog YouTube channel for tactical baby gear, showing more behind the scenes things specific to tactical baby gear, not really behind the scenes business stuff like we talk about here, but like specific to that business, things that, you know, deals we got going on, or collaborations, or fun things, or just what's happening in the office and stuff like that. So that channel probably won't be up yet by the time that you guys are seeing this, but I'll have that up soon, so be on the lookout for that as well. You guys have got to see the size of this couch. Like, laying, like I feel like a little person in this thing. It's like I can't even touch the back of it. I'm sitting on the, like, it's so big. Alex and I just stopped into Restoration Hardware and got inspired for some more office furniture. Changed the vibe up in the new office a little bit. Unfortunately, we probably just spent all the money, but you know, not really. We just feel like we did. Let me give you guys a scenario here. Somebody comes to your website. They saw a Facebook ad. You ran a Facebook ad to them. They came to your website and they didn't purchase. But they went through, they clicked on a thing, they added it to cart, and then they just weren't ready. They got cold feet, they didn't want to make a purchase, and they peaced out. But you sent them an abandoned cart email and you offered them 10% off. And they came back and they made a purchase. In that purchase, they also used the free shipping offer that you gave them. And they used the 10% coupon code that you gave them. Awesome, right? You just made a sale, you just made money. But did you actually make money? And this is the point I want to get to. Pricing on your product, the incentives that you're giving, and what it's actually costing you to make that sale. What's the cost to acquire a customer? And making sure that you have enough profit margins in whatever you're selling to handle the cost to acquire that customer and the cost to do business, because there's so much more involved. People think that e-commerce is like this no overhead, all you need is a computer or your phone and you're sitting there drinking Mai Tais on the beach and you have an e-commerce business. But that's not the case, right? You see a Shopify store for $29 a month and you're like, oh, $30 a month and I can have an internet business. Yes, but no. That's like entry level, bare bones, like basic website for $29 a month. And then guess what? You want to send them abandoned cart emails. So now you have to pay like $75 a month or something, whatever it is, $50, 75, I don't know, whatever it is, to be able to have the capabilities to send abandoned cart emails. But you also want to be able to do other email marketing to customers to sell them another product or upsell a product later, or tell them about new products, tell your existing customer base about new products, things like that. So now you're paying for a service like MailChimp or Klaviyo or Constant Contact or one of these other email marketing services that you're paying tiered levels for. So $5, $10, $15, $20, $400, $500, $1,000 a month for an email service, just to be able to send email campaigns and automatic flows based off of what they've done in the past and what product they bought. You want to send them an email to upsell this other product and things like that. So there's all these other costs involved. Then you got credit card processing fees. You're 2.5% to 3%, let's say on average, for credit card processing fees, and you're spending 10% on marketing to those new customers, getting them to come to your website, and then you're incentivizing them to make a purchase by offering them 10% off to make that purchase. And then let's say again you're offering free shipping. What's that costing you? $2, $3, $5, $15, $20. All these things add up, and it is really easy to lose money really, really quickly by having to compete with selling things online. It is so much harder to sell things online than you guys realize. A t-shirt, for example, you know how hard it is to sell a t-shirt online without like real brand behind it? Like if you are lucky enough to have created a brand and established a brand and created something that people really want, that's awesome. And that's what you need to be after, is creating branding, community, culture, all that kind of stuff. Listen, I don't want to discourage you guys from selling things online. I want to not sugarcoat it. I want you guys to see it for what it really is. I want you guys to understand that there's real work and real effort, and that's why I preach so much hard work all the time. Again, it's not sipping Mai Tais on the beach. It's actually grinding it. It's creating content. It's building that community. It's getting people behind your brand. It's being authentic. It's not selling them things that it isn't. It's providing value to somebody on the other side of the camera, expecting nothing in return for it, and hopefully they come and make a purchase from you. But again, I don't want to sugarcoat it. I want you guys to see what it actually is and understand all the expenses that really go into it before you jump headfirst into it thinking that you're just going to be sitting by the pool on your phone running your e-commerce business, that a lot of these guys are selling all this bogus stuff on these Facebook ads that, oh, sign up for our program and you can sell our product and work an hour a week, and like, it doesn't work that way if you want to build long-term success. Sure, there's short-term gains to be had from some of these like scammy sell it online things, but that's short-term gains. If you need short-term gains because you got bills to pay and student loans, cool, I get it. I'm not knocking you for that. But understand, to build something long-term that's going to last you many, many years, you've got to put in the work. You've got to build brand. You've got to build community. You've got to bring culture together. It's so important. But if you put in the work, it will pay off. I can promise you that. But I want you guys to understand all the different moving pieces that go into that. So, anyways, that's it. It's really been on the top of my mind and making sure, because so many people have it skewed. So many people don't realize what it actually takes. I tell people a lot of times, like, they're like, oh, what do you do? Alex and I were just at Restoration Hardware, and we're telling people that we have an e-commerce business, and they think it's like cute or something, and like, it's e-commerce is real. It's no different from having a store in this building behind me. Like, I pay a lot of money every month for a website. It's like I could pay rent in an office building somewhere, and like have a retail store. Mine just happens to be on the internet, and I can reach more people. I can scale it more than servicing just customers in a city. So having an e-commerce online business is just as expensive as having a retail location on the street. So anyways, put in the work, grind hard, it will pay off, I promise you that. Anyways, guys, like this video if you did like it, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next video.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for.